the models are from, I think it was EM4 is the company who carries them now, so EM4. And that I think is in the little kind of painting tag that's scrolling along the bottom of the screen. But these are Mark Copplestone, they're Scavengers is what they're from. He's got a range of Future Wars models that I've been painting up for post-apocalypse gaming for This Is Not a Test, which is just a set of skirmish rules. So you could use these for, Necromunda, you could use them for, zombie survivalists, in the far future kind of deal. But, the whole premise is that I've got, a bunch of models like this, which are very much inspired by Fallout. And actually, here, let me tweak my camera here. So, these are Brother Vinny miniatures that I painted a couple weeks ago. But, like, this is your Vault Dweller Survivor guy. The only thing I need to do is I need to print out some decals for the vault numbers on their backs. So I've got a couple of, I've got 3 of those guys. So 2 guys and a girl. Oh, send it on screen here. So, you can do fun little stuff like that. So, you got some like newspapers and some bricks on their bases. Then recently, let me slide over across the room here real quick and grab some stuff that I've painted recently. Let's see, what have I done recently? Got my peacekeepers. So I've got like a road marshal. So he's kind of like these are like the law dog kind of guys. They're the law of the land. They bring peace to the wasteland. Or you can run them as like renegade, road marshals and stuff like that. What else have I got in here? I've got these guys that are kind of like they're called line breakers. They're basically in like riot gear. So they've got like the police shield and the full combat armor on, so they're ready to take on everybody in close combat. I've got some ghouls that are good for like like feral ghouls that are irradiated and their brains have gone to crap, so they'll come after you. Oh, I've got Clint Eastwood. So this is Clint Eastwood's from Man with No Name series, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Fistful of Dollars, all that kind of stuff. So he's my deputized civilian for my peacekeeper gang. Yeah, zombie survival roleplay not too long ago. Yeah, I've got a ton of the what do you call them? Zombie side minis. So I've got to get those painted up, and I need to base this guy. But this is my he's like my little robot medic guy. So he's got the little health scanner, and then I painted him up so he'd have like a rusted leg, and it's kind of starting to leak down the backside. Kind of did some chipping on the shoulder guard. It was fun. I did enamels on that guy for a little bit. And then I think I've got underneath here, where are the rest of my guys? Then I've got all of my, okay, this is a fun one. This is my, she's just a runner for a caravan, but she's got the Nuka-Cola shirt all out. So I did some freehand on her, which is pretty fun. A bunch of, just fun, cool models. I've got some stuff from Games Workshop, so, the old Necromunda, Escher, Gangers. Painted them up. I did these first. I did my Raider warband first, and got them all finished up. So, you got, like, this dude with the flamethrower, who's pretty cool. Got, like, the beefy mohawk. It's like, where does everyone get all the hair gel in the wasteland? Then I did some soda machines, too. I've got to print out some decals for the Nuka-Cola. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Did some enamel streaking. You can kind of still see it's super glossy, because I haven't finally sealed this. One, because I wanted to do a decal on the front here. So, yeah, it's a fun set of rules for starters. If anyone's interested in them, it's called This Is Not a Test. There's some groups on Facebook that do some support for the game, and then I think Guerrilla Miniature Gamers does a bunch of battle reports for it. It's a super fun set of rules, really quick. You just need like 5 to 10 models, and you can pretty much use like your 40k terrain collection or fantasy, if you want to fight out in the woods. Fight out in the streets, buildings, among ruined cars, anything like that. Just kind of come to your heart's content. So what I actually have is I've got a bunch of kind of like old, kind of like retro 50s cars that are like, let's see if I can zoom out a little bit here and get the stuff in the screen. So these are like perfectly scaled for, miniatures. So I'll have to, weather them up and chip them and do all kinds of fun stuff to these. Yeah, it's just fun. I mean, I've got a bunch of roads and terrain and stuff that I've been doing. It's been a nice break because I typically paint. I do 20 mil World War II is kind of my main focus for a lot of the last 2 or 3 years as I've done 20 mil World War II. So these are some Germans that I did for Stalingrad. So they're they're a little bit smaller than your 28 mil guys. And then just recently I pulled out my 15 mil guys that I've just kind of been painting up, and they're even smaller. So there's a couple different scales of miniatures, and this is how they'll eventually look, is this guy on the right. So thanks, Akina, I appreciate that. If you want to see some really good painters, like I'm a decent painter. I paint a little bit above tabletop quality. There's some guys on here, and gals, that paint beautiful miniatures. They'll spend 4 or 5 hours just on like one part of the model. Like I've knocked these guys out in maybe like 3 hours of full miniature painting time. But they'll spend that much time just like getting the skin done. So definitely check out all the people that are streaming on Brushlickers United. In fact, I'm gonna see if anyone else is streaming right now, because I'm gonna pass you guys off because I'm gonna get some dinner here and enjoy the rest of my evening. Yeah, we're gonna pass you on to let's see, what is Blood of Angels painting? Is he painting or is he assembling? He's starting soon. All right, so I'm gonna pass you guys on to Keyline Prime, and if you guys like the miniature painting stuff, I don't know how often I'll be streaming. It just kind of depends. But definitely check out all the other people on Brushlickers United. They're a cool group of people, and it's been a blast being able to paint with them. So let me pass you on to Keyline Prime. I hope I got his name right. We'll find out. And I will catch you guys later. Take care.